Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Odd and these are Karen's Oddities. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Regardless, I do want to ask that you give this video a thumbs up, comment your thoughts below, even if you disagree with my content. And I want to ask that you share this video and channel with one person that you know, as I'm confident there is something here that they can enjoy and benefit from. Lastly, if you are returning, might as well subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get into today's video. It's kind of a heavy topic. I have not planned out any notes for this. I'm just gonna go with it from the dome, and hopefully it'll be beneficial to someone out there, or maybe just myself, right? But hopefully it'll be beneficial to you as well. Lately I've been reflecting a lot on just where I'm at in life, right? Like I'm 31 now, where I'm at in life in every aspect, where I'm at as it relates to my friendships, where I'm at as it relates to my finances, my career, my goals, my home, my family, my romantic relationships, my relationship with myself, my self-care, my health, my future, literally everything. I won't call it a midlife crisis. I've had those before, even though I haven't been in my midlife until a year ago. I've had midlife crises. I guess not the point. I've had them before. I don't think this one is that. I think this one is, I'm reflecting because I am in a relationship, and this relationship is causing me to reflect more and deeper about myself, my life, my wants, my desires, my future. And I think part of it is happening because of where I'm at in my life, right? Because of the age that I'm at. And also it's part of maturing and growing, right? We start to think about things differently. We start to see things. Yes, we look to the future to see what we anticipate is coming, but we also look back and we reflect on where we were at a couple of years ago, who we were dating, who were in our friend circle, how we would have reacted or responded. Like that's maturity. That's maturity and growth, right? You start to see changes in your thinking and changes in your behavior because of how you've grown and evolved, and your mentality has grown and evolved and changed. So, you know, and I mentioned this in a couple of videos. Well, I record a lot of videos that don't make it up here. So honestly, I don't know if it ever got up here. So I'm just going to say what I have to say. I don't have a lot of experience. Well, that's a lie. I have a lot of experience dating. I don't have a lot of experience. Well, I have a lot of experience. I don't have a lot of relationships that I've been in. Let me say that. Romantic relationships. I got engaged at the age of 17. I was engaged to be married, and this person was a Marine, and he was moving on base in North Carolina, and I was going to move with him. I got a promise ring, then we went and we got an engagement ring, and it was on and popping. He had a wedding band, and my family met with his family. It was happening, which I can't, and I get like almost chills just thinking about it. I am so grateful that I did not marry this man and that I did not do that. I had already applied to schools in North Carolina because of his military background. I was going to be able to have him pay for my schooling, which would have been great, but I'm fine with my school debt versus what my life could have been. It's still like, even to this day, even though it's been, I can't do math, it's been 14 years since that. Even to this day, it blows my mind to think that I was gonna marry at that age, and to think that, like, and I'm not blaming my mom or anyone, because it is what it is. Like, I wanted to get married and that's what I was gonna do, and it's no one's fault, right? It blows my mind to think that my mom was gonna let me do that. It blows my mind to this day, but it is what it is, right? I don't blame her. I'm glad I didn't do it. I wish she would have stopped me if I would have tried to keep doing it, but it doesn't matter. I didn't do it, and that's what's most important. I'm glad I didn't do that because 1, I was too young. 2, I didn't know what I was doing. 3, I would have been miserable. I probably would have had kids multiple, and I would have been in a relationship or marriage with someone that just wasn't a good person and wasn't a good person for me and wasn't the quality of person that I deserve in my life. We were together 3 years. He did go to Afghanistan, and I'm not going to hash out all my relationships and how they ended. Not the point. Didn't work out. I broke off the engagement and I cut him off completely. And then his like mom was reaching out to me saying he needed my support. And I'm like, I don't really give a shit what support he needs. And that was that. And then he reached out to one of my friends via Facebook. This was like years ago. And he wanted to get in contact with me. And we got in contact just to talk, not to like, we did not meet in person. He's married now. He has, I think, 4 kids. He said his wife is an alcoholic. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. He works in the same state that I do because he moved to Texas for a bit. And I think he catches like wildlife, which I'm like, okay. Not dissing him, but I'm just like, there's nothing exciting or amazing about that I would want in my future. And he was not a good person. So I had that one. So from 17 to 19, 20, because I get in them quick. And after that one, I had my long one, which I know I have uploaded videos where I talk about that relationship where essentially I was with this person for 7 years and then 3 years on and off. It was a really long relationship. I was still very young, fresh out of the last one, got right into this one, that one. And then it was just really toxic. I made a mistake at the beginning. They did not let me live down that mistake. I didn't physically cheat. It was like emotional cheating. And they never let me live down that mistake, right? They were always like punishing me for it. And I was just always trying to prove myself and show that like I love this person, that I was loyal, that I was honest. But it was always like something that would just come up. And then they were just like verbally and physically abusive. They just weren't a good person. And they were an alcoholic and a cokehead and so many other things, etc. Sorry if you're watching this. But yeah, so then that one ends 7 years in, but it's on and off for 3 years of toxicity, trash. And then I was single for a while, and then I met someone in September of 2019, and we became a couple on New Year's Day. And then COVID hit. COVID freaking hits, right? 3 months into our relationship. And I feel like that's part of the reason it didn't survive because, well, there were multiple things. I'm not going to hash out why it didn't survive. But anyway, that one didn't work out either. I cut it off. I just felt like there were some incompatibility issues. And yeah, I guess I had more expectations from this person. Even though we were going through a pandemic, like I very much wanted to be quarantined with my person. And maybe that probably was selfish of me. It was, now that I think of it. And this is, again, my maturity and reflection. And now, well, after that, I was single for 4 years. I did a lot of great things for myself. I traveled a lot. I met some great people. I made some great new friends. I did date a bit. And, but nothing ever led to a relationship. Like there were people that I was dating that wanted that, but I didn't feel like that's where that relationship would be best suited. So it never happened with some of those people. And then I mentioned I gave up dating apps. My friend created a dating profile for me and she was swiping for me. She had my pictures, basically catfishing is me, but helping me find someone that wasn't a piece of shit. And she found someone that wasn't a piece of shit. And he became my boyfriend on Halloween of last year. So I guess I was single for 3 years. And now we are, I can't do math. 6 months in, 6, 7. I can't do math. Now I want to do the math. 3. No, 2 plus 5, 7. And we're 7 months into the relationship and we're having some, I'll call them challenges. We're having some challenges. And some may argue that it's like really early to have challenges. It is what it is, right? This is my relationship. I don't know what yours is like, your marriage, etc. Everyone is different. Every person's different. Every situation is different. this is my experience. And I'm not going to go into detail because I like to keep some aspects of my life very private, but I did want to make a video just like something that I realized in this one, right? I think that like my time alone helped me connect with myself better and help me become like this super reflective person that's aware of who I am, aware of how I am, aware of my downfalls, aware of my insecurities, aware of my challenges or issues, quote unquote. And I got to meet a lot of people, and I got to meet guys that had things that I wanted or liked, guys that didn't. Yeah, I matured a lot in the last couple of years. I've matured a whole hell of a lot. And this relationship, I think what this is doing, and the purpose of this video, now that I've gotten through like my background of it, is, they say that every relationship is like supposed to teach you something, right? Whether it's a friendship, a working relationship, a familial relationship, every relationship is supposed to teach you something. It either teaches you something about the world, it teaches you something about people, or it teaches you something about yourself. You just have to pay attention because there's lessons that need to be learned in everything. What this one is doing, and I don't know why I'm not gonna get emotional on this video, but I think what this one is doing is it is showing me how all of my fears and insecurities are holding me back. It's showing me that the way in which all of my fears and insecurities are really just holding me back in life, whether that's literally with my boyfriend now or in everything that I'm doing. It's because I'm reflecting so much lately on this relationship and just my relationships in general. It's also reminding me of just like all the shit that I put up with and that I endured, especially in my first two relationships. The one after, he was a good guy. There was nothing that I tolerated with him. He was a great guy. But damn, I went through some shit, y'all. I went through some shit. And yeah, it's bringing those memories back. They're resurfacing, and this relationship is teaching me how, hey, do you remember that shit that happened on X year that summer? Well, you didn't really deal with it, so I'm back to remind you, like, you got to deal with that shit. It's resurfacing. It's yeah, it's just showing me like what's causing me to hold back. It's showing me what I'm afraid of. It's showing me where, yes, I love myself, but I still have so many insecurities and doubts in myself. So it's also reminding me like I still have a lot of like self-work that I need to do to better understand my self-worth, to better believe in myself. And then when you love yourself and you believe in yourself, right? When you show up in a relationship or you show up in a place, a meeting, whatever it is, right? You're less afraid because you know who you are. You're less afraid of how people are going to perceive you. You're less afraid of rejection. You're less afraid of you're not accepted because you understand that if someone rejects you, you're not internalizing that. You're not taking it as there's something wrong with you. And that's what I'm doing right now, right? Which is not healthy. So I'm just like, I'm realizing what this relationship that I'm in now is meant to teach me. And I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, how am I going to work through this stuff, right? Like, some of you might say, well, you need to go to therapy. I do need to go to therapy. I was in therapy before. I probably need to go back to therapy. But, yeah, and, you know, I think about it and I'm like, as much as I care about my boyfriend now and I would love to continue a relationship, it's not fair to him that I still have work to do. It's not fair. But in my mind, I'm like, I hope that even though I have work to do, that this person would care about me enough to be okay being with me as I work on the stuff that I have to do. We all have baggage. We all have shit going on. Some of our bags are heavier than others. Some of our bags we've been carrying for longer times. Some of our wounds are deeper than others, but we all have something, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, I think that if you've made it this far in this video, right, the purpose of this video is, one, I wanted to reflect on that, but two, if you have a relationship where you might be going through something right now, you have to ask yourself or ask God, like, what am I supposed to learn from this? Like, what am I supposed to take from this? What am I missing? What do I need to change? What do I need to understand? What do I need to work on? What hurt, trauma, or past baggage do I need to let go of? And then you just have to start working on it. Have I decided how I'm going to work on it? I haven't. I mean, I have like waves where it's like I start working on shit and like I stop, because it's like there's so much to do, like just living regular life, having a job, being a daughter, being a sister, being a dog. There's so much to do, right? But I think right now the way that I'm working on it is I'm working out, right? So working out is making me feel good. I'm sleeping better. My health is better. I'm looking better. My skin is better. It's making me feel more confident in myself, but I also like, I'm trying to be kind to myself, which is something that I think is really important. In moments where I may not be kind to myself, like I may say something mean or think something mean, I try to fix it, and I'll tell myself like, no, that's not true. But yeah, we have so much stuff that we carry with us and that we bring it into the next relationship, and it can be really detrimental. And it's really frustrating when you don't remember why it's there. You don't remember where it came from. But when you piece it back to like, oh, I act like this because this happened to me, or I act like this because so-and-so told me this multiple times, and now I believe that this is my truth. You know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, I act like this because I'm used to guys doing X, Y, and Z to me, which is really shitty. And I know they always say like, you don't want to make, I forget the saying, I can't think of saying sometimes, but it's like, you don't want to make, don't make new people pay for like the actions of others. Basically, I don't remember what the official saying is. And I know that, but that's so much easier said than done. It's so much easier said than done. And I'm not making my current boyfriend pay for someone else's mistakes because I feel that he deserves to pay for those mistakes. I'm doing it because I'm so scared of getting hurt. I'm so scared. I'm scared of like, I'm scared of that feeling. I'm scared of those feelings. I'm scared of feelings. Well, the ones that hurt, at least. I don't like the feelings that hurt. No one does. And I guess I just reflect on like when I was hurt emotionally and like the deepest hurt that I've ever felt. I think about how much of a dark place I was in then. And I just get so scared of being there again. Heartbreak sucks. Heartbreak absolutely sucks. But it sucks more when like you really love someone and you care about them and you see your future with this person, and yeah, it's just really painful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this random rant of how my current relationship is just reminding me of like all of my past trauma and why I'm going through the stuff that I'm going through now. And I hope that you take some time to reflect on what is the unresolved thing that you have that you need to address. And hopefully you talk kind to yourself. You do something nice for yourself. You go to the gym, go get a massage. You go for a walk out in nature. You buy yourself something nice. You get dolled up just because you can. Get your favorite perfume or cologne and put it on. And we got to be kind to ourselves. We only get one life, one body. We get to do what we want with it, right? But it's like, we have to be nice to ourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.